What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it is that time of the month. I grabbed another package from Fragrance Buy. We have it right here with a few different fragrances. Obviously you saw them in the thumbnail. Very excited about this one that I am very familiar with. The others are blind buys. So we're going to be checking these out here in just a minute. Stay tuned. So before we bust this package open, FragranceBuy.ca has partnered with the channel to bring you monthly content. Though I did pick these up myself, these weren't sent to me. I did purchase these fragrances. Fragrance Buy is one of the world leaders when it comes to these discounted fragrances. They tend to get new releases quicker than most. If not, they are the fastest to get some of the new releases at a discounted rate. Their inventory is second to none. Their prices are second to none. They have all kinds of discounts available and rewards for members with different tier levels. I would strongly encourage you to check out FragranceBuy.ca, if not for the fragrances in this video, just to check out the inventory and see what they're all about. Very legitimate worldwide shipping as far as I know. I know here in North America that is definitely not an issue. Free shipping after 5 fragrance purchases, because if you're into fragrances, you're probably not just buying one. Though I would encourage doing some sampling. You can get samples and decants from them as well. They have niche, they have Middle Eastern, they have designer, they have cheapies, they have a little bit of everything. And are definitely worth checking out down in the links below. Let's bust this package open and check out these fragrances. So, I'm a huge fan of Le Male Le Parfum, so I had to get Fragrance World's version because they did such a good job with F Le Parfum, the YSL Y Le Parfum clone, that I was like, yeah, I gotta give this a shot. We also have shades of Colum, one of the Issey Miyake flankers. Shout outs to the Nigerian giant of the WWE, my good friend Homme, who turned me on to this one, and it was super cheap, so I figured why not, so we picked this up. I have become such a fan of the House of Jacques Fath. This is Ambre, however you'd like to say it. It's an iris fragrance that I do know. I've looked at the notes. I don't remember all of them, but I have 4 fragrances from them prior. All 4 are fantastic. So I'm pretty much confident in buying every fragrance I can from them. Quality niche at an affordable price. I had to grab this one when it came back in stock because I'm an iris lover and I love the house. Then lastly, Gisada Ambassador and Ambassador Intense. So they are sold out of this because it was happening rapidly when I was loading my cart. I was going to get a tester. Then it got down to just 100 ml and a 50 ml. I grabbed the 50 ml and now there's none left. And then same thing, they had testers of this, but I had a carted sample of this. So this is the only one that's not a blind buy. I'm very familiar with, so we'll save these for last, I guess. But quite excited. I've heard this is kind of like tropical sauvage, like mango sauvage. And this does fall somewhere in between Latafa Assad and Sauvage Elixir. But like I said, we'll check these out at the end. But let's bust all these open and start sniffing. So I think we'll start with the Issey Miyake flanker. I've been wanting to check this one out. I think it was like $30-something I paid for this. It was a no-brainer. I've been buying a lot of Issey Miyake fragrances as of late. I've become such a fan of the house. Love the color scheme to this. Love the blue. It has this acrylic look to the cap. So we're going to be checking these out on skin. L'Odyssey Shades of Colum. So I want to say it's like a fresh green fragrance, if I remember correctly. Beautiful atomizer. Very much on the herbal side of things, but still fresh. Not what I was anticipating. So there's a juicy citrus that's kind of on the rich side of things, more so than just straight up fresh and watery. There's a clear, earthy, woodsy tone to this, like a green, earthy feel that's not spicy. A little spicy, even a little smoky. Could be oak moss. I don't know. We'll check out the notes in a moment, but this is actually quite nice. It's like something you can wear in the summer with some depth and some body to the scent, like some oomph, if you will. It's quite nice. I can't pick out what type of citrus that is, but let's go ahead and pull up the notes.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Shades of Colum, fresh, woody, citrus, spicy, and fruity. Bergamot, cardamom, honey pomelo. That's what that odd citric smell is. Coriander seed and green tea. There's my herbal feel, the green tea. The spice was the cardamom. Cashmeran and cedar, so there's that woody tone. So I got my earthiness, my herbal earthy feel, that the green tea with the cashmeran and the cedar. That all that makes sense. My spices of coriander and like all of this makes sense. It is freshening up quite a bit. It doesn't smell that unique as it settles, though. It's not that it's super familiar, but it doesn't smell like maybe just the first time I've smelled something like this. But I want to say it was like 35 bucks. The quality here actually smells pretty good, regardless of how the performance ends up being. I think this is very good. It's not mind-blowing. It's not crazy good. But it's very good. It's a 7.5 out of 10 in my first impressions of this one. I'm going to have to spend more time with it, obviously, as with all the other Issey flankers I've gotten recently, but I like it. 7.5 out of 10. Essencia Homme Le Parfum, a clone of Le Male Le Parfum from Jean-Paul Gaultier. So let's check out this bottle. I know it's going to be a ripoff. It looks more like the Le Beau bottle with the contour, like the way the chest and abdomen are. Clear ripoff. I mean, nothing special with the cap, but as long as the scent works well, that's all that really matters. Great atomizer. It's spot on. Out in the opening, in the air, it smells spot freaking on. I feel like I just sprayed Le Male Le Parfum. Very familiar with that. I go back and forth. Every day it's different. One day, Le Male Elixir is my favorite Le Male. The next day, Le Male Le Parfum is my favorite Le Male, so I go back and forth. This is a little bit more ambery in the top. It's still powdery. It's warm and spicy. Super powdery. Has the sweetness, like that crazy powdery, slightly waxy iris smell is very present. This is going to get its own review because, like I said, F Le Parfum, which is a Y Le Parfum clone from them, impressed me so much that I was like, I need to try more of their designer clones. Because designer clones, it's like, why do those exist when the designers aren't super expensive from discounters? So if they do a great job, then it might make sense to get it. And that's what happened with F Le Parfum from Fragrance World. So that's what I was thinking might happen here. And just without doing a side-by-side, this smells pretty accurate. I would say at minimum 90%. This is a little bit more on the ambery smell. That's probably like the 10% that I'm giving here for being different. But it is really close. This was like 29 bucks, whereas this is 100 ml. A 75 ml is going to run you like $75, $80 for Le Male Le Parfum. And right around $90-ish, give or take, for a 4.2 ounce. You can get it for around 80. I've seen it for, I paid 80. Now that I think about it, for a 4.2 full presentation. So around 80 for the big bottle. One up, I mean, they have a 200 ml, but 4.2 ounce. Smells pretty freaking spot on here, I have to say.
12 seconds later.
So, according to the notes from Perfume's wallet, we are looking at, where is it at? So, the new edition is full of lavender and woody accords. There's vetiver, sandalwood, and moss. The fragrance advertises woody spicy. They have an actual note breakdown? They do not. So, I would think it's somewhat similar notes to actual Le Male Le Parfum, which I will have had that on screen for you guys, but woodsy, sure. Warm and spicy, abso-freaking-lutely. Powdery, floral sweet, but warm, spicy, and woodsy. Smells like it's going to perform really well because it's quite stout. I think this is, in first impressions, this is great. This is an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's necessary. I'm not going to give it like the 9 out of 10, 8.5, 9 out of 10 range. I forgot which one I gave Le Male Le Parfum because I got to do some full wearings with this. But just in this first spray, this opening first impressions, it is great. I gotta say, 8 out of 10. Jacques Fath Belle Ambre, or Belle Ambre, however you would like to say it. Here we go. I love the presentations. Simplistic and sleek. Dark colored juice, thick base glass, and the best part, crazy strong magnet. Some of the best magnetic cap in the game. If I had to just throw that praise on anything, it would be this. Let's give it a spray up here on the wrist. Great atomizer too. Leather. Lot of leather. I didn't remember the notes. I wasn't expecting that. I know it's iris. I know there's iris here. Ooh, it's earthy. It's an earthy iris smell. It is not super waxy. So this is Florentine iris. This is natural iris. It's a very earthy smell. It's powdery, but it's not like that flowery, not that waxy makeup smell that this designer level, you know, synthetic fantasy iris note. This is not real iris. This smells like it is. Ooh, with this robust, rich, like worn belt leather. Like genuine rawhide leather belt that's been worn in. That's the kind of leather accord I get here. Worn in baseball glove, you know, that's been oiled and wrapped around a baseball years ago, like a worn-in baseball glove. Like I'm thinking my old Ted Williams glove before I had my Mark McGwire first baseman glove when I was a kid. Yes, I remember my baseball glove specifically. Rich and ambery, but there's a light creaminess in the backdrop, kind of just hanging out, hovering in the background. Gotta love it. This is not going to be for everybody, but man, is this good. I don't know what Ambassador smells like. I know what Ambassador Intense smells like, and this is going to be the highest rated fragrance in this video. Go figure the niche fragrance. It's amazing. So let's pull up these notes. I want to know. It's crazy good. Came out in 2016. Pretty high ratings here on Parfumo. Spicy, oriental, sweet, resinous, and woodsy. Black pepper, juniper berry, bergamot lemon, orris butter, there's your iris, white blossoms, caraway, amber, musk, leather, and vetiver. This spice, sure. Aromatics, why not? Orris butter, leather, amber, earthy, vetiver, I would say. All of that, yes, and more yes. There's that creaminess is coming out more. I don't know what's to attribute that to. The orris butter could be providing a little bit of creaminess. It could be a creamy musk. But that leather's gotten smooth. It started out kind of rough and tumble and worn in, that worn in leather smell like I was saying, and it's getting smooth. This is transitioning already. It's been a mere 2 minutes. It has not been long. 3 minutes maybe. This is fantastic. It doesn't smell challenging to me. An enthusiast that likes leather or iris will like this a lot. I enjoy quite a bit both accords. It's so smooth. It started off rough and tumble, and it's so smooth and rich. It's a very rich aroma. But it doesn't smell overwhelming and overpowering. 9 out of 10. Outstanding. This is outstanding. I can see why it sells out so quickly every time Fragrance Buy restocks it. It might be sold out right now. I don't know. I didn't check the links before I started recording. Yeah. Worn leather, earthy iris, spice, quick transition, smooth, creamy leather, light powder, earthiness settles down, warm, not as spicy. It transitioned quickly. This is outstanding. In the first impressions, it's a 9 out of 10. Gisada Ambassador, the regular Ambassador. So I've heard this is basically a somewhat Sauvage type of smell. It's a 50 ml, but it's like a mango note, I believe. So it's like tropical smelling Sauvage, which has me very excited. That sounds fantastic to me. There's the bottle. There we go. I like the juice color. Sada Switzerland. Okay. Is it magnetic? It is indeed. Always like a good magnetic cap. Let's see what kind of atomizer, and it's lined up. The details. Let's see. What kind of atomizer do we have? Big spray. Metallic. Yeah. Oh, very metallic shower gel. That is clear as day Sauvage out in the air. Peppery and fruity, though. That is such a, like, clear as day Sauvage type of fragrance. Like, more so than most. It smells like peppery metallic shower gel with some fruit. It's literally as simplistic as it was described to me is exactly what it smells like. Holy crap, this is great. This is great. I love mass appealing fragrances. I like blue fragrances. This is a tropical blue fragrance. Don't let the color scheme fool you. This is a blue fragrance. Oh, I like this. Man, I like this. I paid $60. Wasn't crazy. $66, I think, I paid for this. I kind of wish I'd have got 100 ml now. Not that I'm going to go through this 50 ml quickly, but I like this a lot. And I've heard all kinds of crap about these two on the internet. And I know I like this. I think people are crazy. People are wild, man. If you like Sauvage, you'll like this. If you hate Sauvage, you'll hate this. It's that simple. If you like Ambroxan, this is an Ambroxan fragrance twist I haven't smelled yet. For being clear as day Sauvage Eau de Toilette's aroma, to say that, I understand, but that fruitiness gives it the twist. The fruitiness gives it the twist. Wow, I'm so curious on what my wife thinks. Let's pull these notes up. So it's super highly rated on Parfumo. 7.5 out of 10, 926 ratings. Sweet, fruity, synthetic, spicy, woody. So apple, green mandarin orange, cardamom, and violet. Mango, black pepper, lavender, patchouli, peony, amber, vanilla, vetiver, moss, teak wood. Interesting combination. I'm guessing the pepper lavender combo is what's giving me the Ambroxan feel. That lavender smells like Ambroxan. Kind of like how people mistaken the lavender in Kajal Ferris for Ambroxan. People say that smells like Niche Sauvage. I get where they're coming from. I can see that smells higher quality than this, but I get the similar tie-in. Kind of like how Mercedes-Benz Man Blue, that's lavender, but that specific lavender, I'm not saying there is an Ambroxan, it's just not listed. Same here. Ambroxan's not listed, but lavender, some certain lavender oils apparently have an Ambroxan smell. Damn, I like this a lot. Very fruity, sharp and metallic, spiced shower gel. And it smells like a monster performer, by the way. It's strong coming off of my arm. I bet olfactive fatigue is a serious deal with this one. I bet my nose is going to wear out smelling this. Man, now I wish I would have got 100 ml, which the 100 ml sold out pretty quickly. I didn't really have a lot of options. Well, I could have got the 100 ml. The tester I was trying to get was only $10 more than this 50 ml, 100 ml tester, whereas the 100 ml full presentation was like $30 more than this. So I was trying to get the deal, you know. But I was like, 50 ml, plenty. I may never go through it, and I still may never go through it. I'm not saying I'm going to blow through this fragrance, but just in case, I kind of wish it was a 100 ml bottle. Because I'm going to wear this one. Blue fragrance that I didn't already have. 8.5 out of 10. Great. I dig it. It's my jam. I like this a lot. Gisada Ambassador. I get it, it's a taste thing, but those of you that crap on this on the internet, just tell me you don't like it. Don't tell me it's a bad fragrance, because it's not. Last but not least, the one that's not going to be a first impressions, because I had a carded sample. So I'm very familiar with it. A lot of licorice, ambery, resinous, spicy. Get that bottle out the way. Big 100 ml bottle. Ambassador Intense. Wife's a big fan. So this falls somewhere in between, in the opening, somewhere in between Sauvage Elixir and Latafa Assad. $100 for this 100 ml is what I paid. Last I checked, it was still in stock. And some of you may say, oh, but Assad's like $25. This is better than Assad. It's more complex. This is the most complex of the three that I just mentioned. This has more going on than Sauvage Elixir, but it's not as high quality as Sauvage Elixir. I feel like this is a more synthetic fragrance versus Sauvage Elixir, but does smell of better quality and has more going on for it than Latafa Assad. That's why I say it's in the middle. It's in the middle in price, it's in the middle in quality, but it's also the one that's got the most going on, the most nuance to it. That spice. Oh, it's so good. It's a woody spice. It's a very aromatic and ambery. And then there's this licorice note that stands out quite a bit to me in the top. So if you don't like that kind of note, like licorice is a hit or miss for a lot of people. It stands out here. So good. So good. I can tell you right now it's an 8.5 out of 10, just like the other one. Because I'm familiar, I've gotten familiar in the last 2 weeks with this. So this was like this is the reason I made this haul. Because I got the alert that it was in stock. So I started spraying the carded sample. Let me see if I even like it. And I really like the carded sample. So I was like, oof, okay, let me go buy it. They had the original and everything. So I was like, all right, I'm buying 5 fragrances, I guess. Yeah, this is an 8.5 out of 10 great for me as well. My wife is a big fan of this one. Like I said, she smelled it a few times on me now. And then now I'm going to be able to do some full wearings. That was all just test sprays on my hand and on my wrist. Now I'm going to be spraying the neck and checking this one out. I'm going to wear this one to dinner while my parents are in town because of the recording of this. Actually, the day this video comes out is the day before they'll be in town. This is going to come out Wednesday. This is Tuesday right now as I'm recording this. But again, just like with this one, people that are hating on this fragrance and saying, you know, shills and you got paid, I bought these. So you can't throw that term my way and say, oh, you got sent that. No, because Fragrance Buy didn't send these to me either. I bought them from them. And they're really good fragrances. I give them both an 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10 great. Guys, don't be hateful online. Just say you don't like the fragrance. Don't say people are lying and making things up. You just don't like the fragrance. It's that simple. Because they are really good. This one's better than I thought it would be. And this, I already knew what I was getting into. I really like this. Again, I don't put it on Sauvage Elixir's level, and it is not the same fragrance. It's similar to. There's nuance in the top that immediately you can't help but think Sauvage Elixir, but 8.5 out of 10. Well, that was this fragrance haul, and until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. Of these 5, what have you smelled? Are you familiar with any of these? What do you think? I'm very curious. Have you tried them? If you're interested in checking any of these out, there are links down below. Definitely check out fragrancebuy.ca. Again, they didn't send these my way. Have to make sure to stress that. I did purchase these fragrances from them. Though the links below are an affiliate link, I do make a small commission in the event that you purchase through those links, which does help support the channel to continue to buy fragrances like this. So with all that said, until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of these 5 and you give them a spray now, there's always that chance you might thank me later. Have a good one, guys.